United Auto Workers at 3 sites in the Midwest are on strike today after the union did not reach an agreement with the big 3 automakers Thursday night. The strikes in Michigan, Ohio, and Missouri target 1 factory each of General Motors, Ford, and Stellantis, the company that builds Chrysler and Dodge products. It's the first simultaneous strike against the big 3 and the first strike since 2019. But production will go on at their other facilities, including plants in Kokomo and Bedford. We're joined now by Indiana Public Broadcasting's Adam Mejia-Reyes from Kokomo, where he's been following the strike. Adam, can you tell us why this is a targeted strike rather than everyone walking out?
Yeah, so the UAW is doing a lot of things differently this time around. These negotiations have been much more transparent, and the union is trying to target all 3 companies at once. Usually the union will just target 1 company to kind of set an example while continuing to negotiate with the other 2. So both as a measure of keeping the companies on their toes and also to be able to maintain its strike fund as it strikes at all 3, the union is doing these targeted strikes where at certain points throughout the negotiations, the union is going to announce new waves and add more and more plans to the strike until they get what they want from the companies. UAW president, our local UAW president in Bedford, Derek Cronin, had this to say on that.
I don't think we really knew what to expect, and I think that's part of the strategy behind it, is to kind of keep both the company on its toes.
What chance is there that the UAW could expand the strike?
It's really not clear at this point. We are, still we're several hours away from the deadline that passed last night, so the contract expired, and it's not clear whether the union and the automakers are really anywhere closer to getting a contract that the union is willing to give to its members to vote on. One of the big issues, obviously, as in most contract negotiations, is wages. So there is the union is asking for a 40% increase over the next 4 years. The companies are offering closer to 20%. So there's still that big deficit that we're not sure how long it's going to take for them to get closer on. I'm standing outside of the UAW Local 685 in Kokomo, which represents several Stellantis plants here in the city. And their president, Gary Quirk, had this to say.
If they don't come to the table, there'll be a second wave, and a third, and a fourth, and a fifth. So it's up to the company. If they want an agreement, then they'll go to the table and get us an agreement.
What plants in the state are likely to be affected?
So right now, actually, these Stellantis plants may get affected eventually. We are seeing they provide a lot of the parts that get used to assemble the cars that are made in the Toledo plant that went on strike, the Toledo, Ohio plant. So there is a concern that as that plant goes on strike longer, and if others assembly plants join it, the transmissions and such that the plants make here will no longer be needed, and those might eventually shut down, as Quirk talked about here.
The thing is if they shut the Toledo assembly plant goes down, they don't need transmissions. I mean, eventually it will affect us, absolutely.
Thank you, Adam, for your report. We appreciate it.